Welcome to the VOR Leg 10. We've just seen dawn break and it's 16 hours into the race. I'm on Master Styria as usual with my skipper Pacific Sea Cow, who has done a great job with the technical part of the course, getting us out past Rat Island. I took over around about here and have brought us out for the last couple of hours. Did manual for about 2 hours to get away from Tommy. He was about 2 nautical miles behind us at that stage. And if I just go to the thing now, it looked like we're around about 14 nautical miles away from him. So seem to be doing reasonably well. I've got it set at the moment on keeping a wind heading, and my A8WA is oscillating around about 27 through to 31. So not doing too badly at present. I just had a quick conversation with the Dane, who suggested to me that a couple of hours ago when he went to bed that he was second. And if I go to this little site here, which is El Patron's tracking site, and I've changed it to the last 24 hours, what I can do is I can come down here, and as you go across in terms of time, you can see that the Dane is second until around about 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock there, and starts falling down the leaderboard. Kind of interesting. This is pretty invaluable actually. I really like that. This here, not really looked at it too much, and I guess it's getting the data from either Peter Gregg's site or from Sailaway's server straight away. And as you know, there's some problems with it, with the data collection there. This one here is kind of interesting as well. Just looking at distance sailed, you can get a good representation. These two I haven't really looked at much yet, and the heading is kind of interesting as well. I guess if you combined the heading data with the position and speed, it might be interesting. And distance to the next mark. Just a couple of hours ago, had Shogun saying that he was 12 hours late to the race and has started. I guess that he is no, not there. Oh, there he is there. He's come out from the bay at least and doing pretty well. Otherwise, let's have another quick look here, because I didn't go through this. We've got ourselves and Tommy pretty close together in terms of where we are on the course. Chuckzilla, who's to the south, Slowmo, who's to the north, and then quite a few who are running behind us, some to the north, some to the south. Let's have a look in our normal tracker here, because this is probably easier than the Sailaway interface. And we've got Peppers up here. Here's the Dane, who is to the north and still heading north there, it seems, but I think he's changed course now. Slowmo, who is third at present. We've got ourselves and Tommy. So Master Styria, then Tommy. Down here we've got Chuckzilla, who I believe is fourth at the moment, and he's a little bit too south. I guess we've got El Patron there and Dingo. So kind of interesting. We're all heading off down to the south here a little bit, and in probably around about 8 hours time we'll all shoot up towards Ireland. The wind is not so good in this part, but once you get past Bantry and Dingle and get around, we're going to have a little bit more of a run. And then the question is whether you go to the east or the west of this here, Stornborough. So back to the boat again for a second, and it's kind of a gloomy day out here. I'm just going to truck on through, and you guys can watch the beginning of the race. So here we are. Race started. Ep.1 is first across the line, followed by Peter Gregg, Tangent, Blackborough the Dane, Chuck Zilla. You can read them off down here as they go. And it's a very, very foggy day here. Very hard to get many shots of the boats. It's a bit of a pity. That's the way it goes. Tommy's there after Morningstar with Brew. Good to see him. John 303 and Lewis Deff. It's really good that Brew is putting on races every day. I don't get a chance to do it very much. And then finally Master Stereo. I wondered whether Pacific was sandbagging there for a while. Anyway, Jasper Dingo, Peterman, Eagle Pete, Pepper's Ghost and Slow-Mo across the line. A little bit later, not too far into the race, and I just thought I'd come back into the field and have a look at seeing if I could actually get close enough to some of the field. I didn't want to get too close to the leaders at this point in time, and you can see the gloom out there, the fog. It's pretty bad. As I just run through some of the people in the race on the map, so you can see what positions they are. Tangent's second at this stage, but falls back pretty quickly, which is surprising for him. Would have thought that he would have kept up a lot better at this point in the race. Anyway, Master Stereo looks to be about 4th or 5th there. Came across the line around about 6th or 7th, so has already gained a couple of places, which is nice. And then a little further on down, I get closer to the race leaders, and you can see that we've got Peter Gregg and Tangent and Ep.1 just off my port side. I'm trying to catch a glimpse of Master Sirius. Our boat is in this group here, and once again just going through a number of the positions. Blackborough a little bit further back at the moment, but Blackborough comes through. And we'll see that when we get to the 2nd and 3rd marks. And we can see that Ep.1 has gone around, followed by Peter Gregg, and then the Dane 3rd, followed by Lewis Deff, Master Stereo 5th, Ruffer, and then Brew. So not too much has changed in this first leg, but then Pacific is going to do some really good virtual sailing here and catch up to most of them. You can see that Dingo was playing chicken with me, and I had to move out of his way. Anyway, so here we are coming up to the 2nd mark, and you can see that Master Stereo, past the blue sail there, is on the windward side and making those guys pay, and kept to the good side of the course for all of this in-port race, and really used it to effect. Kudos to my skipper, who really brought us through. So you can see a bunch coming up to the mark here. I'm going to turn in a moment, and we'll see that although I missed the turn because I wasn't recording at the time, if I come up, we'll see that Peter Gregg was first, El Patron second, Lewis Def third, Team Master Stereo with fourth. So we've moved up one position there. Dane has gone down, and Slow Mo is there as well, as the rest come up. Up to the third and last mark in this import race, and we will find that Team Master Stereo gets there first, past El Patron, past Peter Gregg, past Lewis Def, and yeah, just brilliant, because it was on the right side of the wind, and obviously used it to shoot past these other guys. I see that Blackborough here, who has moved up the field a bit, is heading rather north, and I thought, oh, he's going to come through me, but no, he just wanted to go around me. I think he wanted a little bit of camera time, get his sponsor's name recognized, and yeah, off we go. So the next part of the race, really positioning ourselves to get out of the bay here, sort of like a little bit of jibing, sorry, not jibing, what am I saying, tacking, to get us across, and Pacific did a really good job once again and brought us out of this harbour first, and we've sort of stayed in that position up until now. I'm trying not to ruin that too much, like I did in the last leg, and what I'm showing at the end here is Blackborough, who is heading back up. Apparently, and I checked the log files, grounded and teleported, but is good enough a sportsman to go back to where he needed to be, turn around, and follow us through. Anyway, that's up until the moment, so I'll catch up with you in a couple of days' time, see where we are. Okay, thanks guys for watching. Bye bye.